Next thing is for people that are very empathic, very strong feelers, you can feel. Now, this is not taking on someone else's problems. You are just feeling the energy about you or around in the external environment around you and misinterpreting that energy as your actual own energy. So if a person comes to you and they're depressed, you may not be taking on their problem, but you may be so empathic that you are feeling the depression of that person to such a degree that you believe that you are actually depressed when it's not you. And when you then therefore believe that you are depressed, you start to get very low and your energy starts to go. So for people that are very empathic and very sensitive to emotional situations, it is very important to find your center, find where you are calm and still, and that way when energy, negative energy or any energy comes at you from an external source, you are able to feel that hit you and know that it is not yours. Imagine, the analogy I like to give is that imagine there is a pond that is very calm and just when the water is so glass and so still that you can't see any movement. And now if imagine someone throws a tiny little pebble on there and that pebble represents the emotion. As soon as it hits, it ripples. And so if you become sensitive enough and still enough on the inside, you can start to feel those little emotional ripples coming from the outside, and you know they are not yours. Therefore, you know if situations are coming at you, you don't have to misinterpret what someone else is feeling as what you are actually feeling. You can just feel the emotion and let it pass through you, and then return to your place of stillness and calmness. So that's another way that people can give away their energy to energy vampires. A third way is not being aware of your own judgments that are going on inside of your own head. And being judgmental puts a person in a very, very negative headspace and is very tiring to oneself if you keep doing it to other people. And so when people come to you with their problems or their issues and you're kind of nodding and yeah, I understand, I empathize, but inside your head you're going, what is this person thinking? How can they be so stupid? Why don't they just do this? And all these sorts of thoughts are racing in your head, and then when the person leaves, you all feel like you're in a funk. But really, it was just your own judgments. So you have to be very super aware of your own thoughts and not judge the person. Just hold an open and accepting space for them in their situation, and not lay too much of your expectations, and see how that person is not living up to your expectations of how they should resolve their issues or their problems, because that will only make you more frustrated and put you in a more of a negative headspace.